जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक। जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक। जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। जाने, तेरे महिमा तू ही जाने। शिव पार्वती के बालक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक, जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक।
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। महासरस्वत्यै नमः। अथ प्रार्थना। प्लीज जॉइन विथ मी, हम प्रार्थना करें। महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमः। हरिः ओम। शांति शांति शांति। सबको मेरा प्यार भर राम राम। So friends, as I mentioned earlier, today is a very special day. आज हम विसर्जन करेंगे. So since last Monday, we invoked the presence of Ganesh Ji in that murti. Devotees came from far and near. Bhakti, Shraddha, Samanvita. We've been performing puja to Ganesh Ji. And when you go closely and you look in the eyes of Ganesh Ji, you can see something magical. So today, we'll have satsang, a regular satsang up to 12. We'll have lunch, and if you don't have any emergency, please don't go home. We'll put the tent outside. आज मौसम बहुत अच्छा है. Today is a beautiful day, and from 2 to 5 p.m. we'll worship Ganesh Ji outside. बाहर गाएंगे, नाचेंगे. खाओ नाचेंगे गणेश जी के लिए. हाथ उठाइए. Who will dance to Ganesh Ji? Raise your hand. अरे मेरे को नाचना नहीं आता तो क्या भाई कोशिश करूँगा. खाओ नाचेगा. Who will dance to Ganesh Ji? ये संसार हम सबको नचाते हैं. This world makes us dance to a really bad tune. You dance for Ganesh Ji प्यारे, he'll always remember you. So as I said, please don't rush to go anywhere. We all have situations in life that you like to change. There is some vigor, there is some challenge. If everything is okay with you, health-wise, financially, everything is okay with you, there's some family member, there's some friend that is going through trials and tribulations. So I urge you today, let us offer whatever difficulties we have to him. Only he can transform it, pyare. No one else. Vigna Karata, Vigna Harata, Vigneshwar. So many beautiful names to describe him. He will take your problems away. But you know what? You have to make that first step. आजकल संसारी लोग, we are all worldly people. We pray for 2 minutes and we want 24 hours blessings. मैं सच्चे बोलता हूँ ना? Is it true, right? 2 मिनट के लिए प्रार्थना करते हैं और पूरा दिन हम लोग कृपा चाहते हैं. नरेंद्र जी, उसको help करो पीछे है. So put your effort into Ganesh Ji today. सबको गणेश जी की ओर देखिए. So put your prarthana in Ganesh Ji, put your effort, put your bhakti in Bhagavan, and he will take care of everything. We'll sing some beautiful stotras to Ganesh Ji, after which we look at the meaning. So I ask you, please pray with devotion today. Feel the presence of Bhagavan as you pray. Just envisage Ganesh Ji आपके सामने खड़े हैं. Bhagavan is standing before you. And look at the beautiful smile of the Murti, pyare. He knows what's going on in your life. Bhagwan antaryami hai. Bhagwan knows the secret of every heart. But in Sagun Upasana, we have a one-to-one relationship with Bhagavan. So while these Vedic mantras, stotras are chanted, pray in your humble way, pyare. Ask of him to change situations that you do not like. All of us we like to become a greater devotee, is that true? We get carried away. We would like to come to the mandir, we like to sit and do kirtan and bhajan, but somehow this elusive power, this Maya of Bhagavan takes us far away from satsang. Prabhu bless us so that we can be more involved in satsang, in kirtan, in worship. Ajam nirgunam nirvikalpam nireham nirakaram omkaram advaita rupam para nirgunam nirvishesham niriham para brahma rupam Ganesham bhaje maha para brahma rupam Ganesham bhaje maha gunatitamanam chedananda rupam chedabhasakam sarva Gam Jnana Gamyam Muni Dhyayamakash Rupam Paresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhaje Maha Jagat Karanam Karana Jnana Rupam Suradim Sukhadim Gurisham Ganesham Jagat Vyapinam Vishwavanjam Suresham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhaje Ma Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhaje Ma. This is a beautiful stava what we are saying. Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhaje Ma. We worship Ganeshi who represents Brahman. This one reality who is not limited to names and forms. It is difficult for the Western mind to comprehend this one Bhagavan that is not limited to names and forms. That's why Hindus are labeled as having many gods. So this one Brahman is worshipped today as Ganesha. He is worshipped as many names and many forms. But Keval Ek Hi. Not only that one, but that one pervades you and I. That one, a little bit of that one reality is between you and I. So as we pray today, we ask him, Ajam, oh Ganeshi, bless us with that knowledge. Hum sab ajanma hai. In reality, we have no birth. But you will tell me, Panditji, I have a birth certificate to prove I appear such and such date upon this world. Are ye to sharir ka janma hai bhaiya. It is the birth of the body. But you as Atma, we are one with Ganesha. But somehow, as a result of Maya and our karma, we feel as if Bhagavan is sitting somewhere far away, probably in the clouds, probably in some other planet. And we are sitting here, we are suffering. That is not the Vedic concept of Ishvara. That is Dvaita. Meaning, aap yahan hai aur Bhagavan ki alag hai. You are here and Bhagavan is different. No, that is not the Vedic concept of Bhagavan. Muj mein Ram, tuj mein Ram. Ishvara jiva ansa vinashi. Antar bahishya tat sarvam. I can give you countless references from the scriptures to say that your jiva, you are one with Ganesha. But what we feel as if separation is there. So we worship and say, Prabhu, you don't know what's going on in my life. We feel sometimes we pray as if Bhagwan has forgotten us. We are suffering here and Bhagwan does not know. Are pyare, Bhagwan has to take our karma into account as well. In the other lives, when we were mauj karte the, when we were enjoying ourselves and doing unethical actions, now is payback time. Bhagwan has to take our karma into account, pyare. Hamesha kripa barsate hai. His grace is always there. Blessings are always there. But we have the concept of karma. If there is no karma in this universe, you can never explain how there is this disparity in society. How two children born the same day, the same village, the same religion. One child has everything perfect for that child at the time of birth, and the other child has nothing good. Or the child is born deformed. Bhagavan does not punish anyone, right? We hear it, God punishes you. If you as a Hindu say God punishes you, you don't know, kuch bhi aapke dharma ke baare mein nahi jante. You don't know anything about your religion. Don't ever blame God. Don't ever blame Bhagavan. Sometimes out of ignorance and arrogance sometimes, and anger we blame Bhagavan sometimes. You create your destiny through karma, pyare. Bhogna parega, we have to go through it. So as we pray to him, bless us with that knowledge. Let us come to that realization, I am not this body. I have no birth. I am one with you, pyare. I am one with you, Ganesha, but somehow I feel that I am separate from you. Only the knowledge will help us to purify us. Knowledge is the greatest purifier. Vedanta is the greatest purifier. Will tell you that you're that Brahman. Nirvikalpam. Ganesha is absolute. Atma is absolute. The other description is Nirakar. In Vedic Dharma, Bhagavan has two aspects. We have Sagun Upasana and we have Nirgun Upasana. Sagun, we use the murti, we use the symbol to worship Bhagavan. We must use the symbol. We have not become so spiritually advanced whereby we can sit and meditate without the aid of a symbol. That's why we need a symbol. We need Ganeshji. When we look at him, let us look at his symbology very quickly of Ganeshji. Look at his ears, huge ears. And of Naudha Bhakti, the 9 forms of devotion in Srimad Bhagavad Puran and in Ramayana as well. The first thing you should do as a spiritual aspirant, Shravanam Karo, listen to the glories of Bhagavan. And when we listen, we should put our total attention to what is being taught. So we listen attentively and we gain knowledge. That's why when we come for satsang, we try to maintain that discipline. We want to know what's going on. Something is being said about my Bhagavan. I want to hear what is being said about my Bhagavan so that I can understand who my Bhagavan really. I have some knowledge. It's just a general statement. We all have knowledge. But sometimes we go to satsang, we learn something new. We add to that knowledge. Are, I love my Bhagavan so much. I heard so much. I've never heard this beautiful description of Bhagavan. Let me listen. So every place of worship you go, every satsang, every mandir, you learn something new. So listen. Shravanam karo. Then we look at the trunk of Ganeshji. The trunk represents the intellect. We must have such an intellect so that we can discern what is good, what is not good, what is dharma, what is not dharma. You know, when the elephant is peaceful and calm, the same trunk the elephant uses to play with a flower or picks up a blade of grass and plays with it. The same trunk when the elephant is angry destroys everything in its path. If you don't have control over intellect, you are your friend and you can be your worst enemy. Such a arrangement should be that when we sit for meditation, we gain knowledge, we listen, we put that knowledge into practice, and we must be able to discern what is dharma and what is not dharma. Atma kya hai, anatma kya hai. As a matter of fact, that knowledge is built into us already. हम सब जानते हैं धर्म क्या है, अधर्म क्या है. We know what is it. But what pulls us to do that which is not right? We have to take vasanas into account, impressions from previous life as well. He has two tusks. One is long and one is short. It's a beautiful story about the tusk. When Vyasji was composing the Mahabharata, he wanted a scribe, someone to write continuously. He evoked Ganeshji. Ganeshji came. Ganeshji said, I will scribe, I will be your scribe, I'll write the Mahabharata under one condition. And that condition was, if you pause while you're reciting the Mahabharata, it will be the end. So that's why students of Mahabharata, when you read Mahabharata, you'll find some complex shlokas here and there. Vyasa had to compose those complex shlokas. So Ganeshji would scribe them in such a way, but also Vyasa had one condition. When he was dictating the Mahabharata, he said, Ganeshji, you must totally understand all of these shlokas that I compose while you're writing them. So Ganeshji took that one tusk and he wrote the Mahabharata. In front of Ganeshji, there is a little mouse, Mushakavahan. The mouse symbolizes desire. If one mouse gets into a barn, we can see the damage that one mouse can cause. One mouse. Let the farmers tell you how they're afraid of rats. They want to protect their grains. Likewise, one desire that is not good for you will take you to complete ruin. We have all experienced that. All it takes is one adharmic desire, pyare, to ruin you. The mouse stands before Ganeshji or sits before Ganeshji, and Ganeshji in his hand he has modak, a very sweet dish. When we have, the mouse does not attempt to grab the dish from Ganesha. He waits. Likewise, we must have patience. When we pray to Bhagwan, don't rush up. You know, we pray today and we expect Bhagwan fatafat hame ichai ko pura kare. Bhagwan must respond to our whims immediately. We pray today and Bhagwan must fulfill our desires tomorrow. Some of us think like that. Do we think like that? Please shake your head. Ha kahiye. Ha bolo. Hum sab aise sochte hai. We think like this. We pray today and we want desire to be fulfilled tomorrow. We have to have patience, pyare. If your situation is not an emergency, Bhagwan will not come immediately. That's why we have buddhi. We try to resolve the situation. If there is some difficulty, try your best to resolve it first. Pray and ask Bhagwan, mujhe sadbuddhi do. Give me a good intellect so that I can resolve the situation. And when you do your best and you can't resolve it, Pukaro. Ganeshji ko pukaro. Call upon Ganeshji. He will come to rescue. But sometimes little things, little insignificant things, we bother Bhagavan sometimes. I'm not saying you should not call on Bhagavan call on Bhagavan regularly. But certain things that you can help to change, use your willpower. Use your inner energy, that Shakti that we all have within, and make changes. So that's a beautiful symbology of Ganesha. Let us listen attentively. Let us use our intellect to differentiate what is good for us and what is not good for us. But yet again, at the same time, we know what is not good for us. For example, eating 10 laddu is not good for us. And then at the end of it, Ganeshji, mujhe kyun nahi bachaya? Why did you save me, Ganeshji? Did Ganeshji give you intellect, bhaiya? One laddu is enough for you. Sometimes we put Bhagavan in dharma sangat sometimes, predicaments. So may he bless all of us with sadbuddhi. And for the children, you know, elephants are very smart animals. Extremely smart animals. If an elephant saw you 10 years ago and you go before the elephant today, the elephant recognizes you. So that's the head of Ganeshji. You must have such a sharp intellect. So that whatever when you go to school, you go to satsang, you go to mandir, you listen attentively and you digest that knowledge. Retain that knowledge, secular knowledge and spiritual knowledge. You need both forms of knowledge, secular and spiritual knowledge, to live a successful life. Remember, secular knowledge will take care Secular knowledge, पेट भरने के लिए. Secular knowledge is to take care of the things that you need. Arthan kama, to provide for you. Spiritual knowledge will help you discover who you are. Only spiritual knowledge can help you to discover who you are. And then, for once and all, we'll resolve this whole human predicament. Why I'm here? Why I go through all of these problems? What is samsara? What is my relationship with Ishara? What is my relationship with Bhagavan? Only spiritual knowledge will help us to come to that realization. So very quickly, I want to share with you this one mantra from the Rig Veda. Many, many years ago, about 15, 20 years ago, those who can remember, there is a West Indian program that called Hot Like Pepper. And they will, of course, play beautiful songs, filmy songs. They'll play bhajans in the morning, and they will have discussions from religious leaders, primarily a Hindu program. But his name was Hot Like Pepper. Those who can remember that radio station, raise your hand. Ah, wow. That's good. Yeah. I was in the 80s. And I don't know what to the program. It's not anymore, right? Once they had one very popular gentleman within our community. And it's sad to know that आजकल अगर पंडित जी अच्छी तरह से गाना गा सकते हैं, सबसे बेस्ट पंडित है. धर्म के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं जानता, वो अच्छी तरह से गा सकते हैं, बड़े पंडित है. I West Indians understand what I'm saying, right? These days, if the Panditji can play harmonium and sing, he is the best. What Shastra say, recite the Vedic mantra properly, that is not important for them. Ye to Kalyug hai. If a Panditji can play harmonium and sing, that's something good for him. It's not a requirement to become a Pandit. I forced to do it because nobody's there to play for me. But that is not a requirement to become a Pandit. In West Indies, that's the first requirement. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? So this very popular Panditji went to answer questions on this radio program. And I was driving, going for a puja. I had just started to become a servant of Hanumanji. I just got the calling, and I was initial stages of serving Hanumanji. And a gentleman who's from Arya Samaj background, we're all Hindus, but they don't believe in the concept of Murti Puja. हम सब हिंदू हैं. They don't believe in Murti Puja. Murti को नहीं मानते. And this gentleman, quite knowledgeable elderly gentleman, asked a question. Asked this gentleman who was answering questions on TV, on the radio program, right? Can you please tell me, give me a reference where in the Vedas there is mention of Ganesha? And that was checkmate for the melodious Panditji. He could answer. Many other Pandits came on the program as well. And the gentleman, what I call these questions, loaded questions. Loaded in the sense they want to put you in a situation whereby if you don't know the scripture, you won't be able to answer. Some people do that sometimes. They ask a question just to test your knowledge. Many other Pandits came on and he asked him the same question. Can you give me a reference in the Vedas where there is mention of Ganesha? आप सब लोग बुद्धिमान हैं, मुझे बताइए. Anyone can remember of any reference from the Vedas about Ganesha? बताइए. हाँ जी. कौन सा श्लोक, कौन सा वेद? Yeah. So, if you have a paper and a pen, make a note here. It will come in useful for you later on. In the Rig Veda, the foremost of the four Vedas. In the Rig Veda, chapter 2, that is, we have 10 books. 10 mandala in Rig Veda. So, Rig Veda, Advitiya Mandala, Suktam number 23, verse number 1. And we recite it every time in the mandir. That's one. Right? So Rig Veda, Dvitiya Mandal, book 2, Suktam or hymn number 23, and the first mantra. We recite it together. You all know it. We recite it regularly in the mandir. Hath jodiye, please. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kaving Kavinam Upamashravasthamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannotibhi Siddhasadanam. So that's the first reference about Ganesha in the Vedas. And what we were saying, O Ganesha, you are the master of all mantras. As we chant encomiums, as we chant your high praises, we invite you to come and take your seat at this yajna, our place of worship. You are the foremost to be worshipped. We ask of you to remove all vighna during this yajna, all obstacles, so that we can complete the yajna or puja free from all hindrances. That's in essence the meaning of the mantra. So in Rigveda, there's reference of Ganesha. Let's look at Yajurveda quickly. So this mantra is popular. If you notice, the swar alag hai. So from those, jo log Bharat se hai, South Indian swar alag hai, the same Vedic mantra, but the melody, how it's chanted, is different. In North now, the same mantra, but some difference. Gananan tva ganapatigam havamahe Priyanan tva priyapatigam havamahe Nidhinan tva nidhipatigam havamahe Vaso mama aham jani garbhadamatvam jasi garbhadam. Some words are a little different, but you notice the swar, how it's chanted. So each Veda has a distinct melody. And the reference for this is Yajurveda, chapter number 23, is Shukla Yajurveda. Right? So the first one was Rigveda. The Yajurveda has two sections. You see, as a Hindu, you must know these things, Pyare. You must. How are we going to understand our ancient culture? There wasn't, there isn't, and there will never be a culture like the Vedic culture. We're proud to born into this ancient dharma. But please, I beg of you, हाथ जोड़कर आपसे विनती करता हूँ. Do some research, Pyare. Don't tell me that you don't have access to information. You can find the Shastram in English. Do some research. That's the only way we can learn about this culture and pass it on to these young children. If not, when they grow up, they will say, oh, I heard the word Veda before when I was young. I went to Ganesha Chaturthi, and one tall Panditji was saying what Vedas. Panditji chale gaye. 50 years from now. Oh, I heard the word Vedas. So if we don't make an effort to learn, Pyare, how are we going to learn? How are we going to be proud of this dharma? We have to. And remember, there is no man-made rule. It is our birthright to study the Vedas. I know certain people make up man-made rules, but this is not what the rishis say. Bhagavan Krishna gave the description of who should study the Vedas. And Bhagavan Krishna and Bhagavad Gita described the four Varna beautifully. Now this Varna situation becomes a person Hindu dharma. Oh, you are entitled to this, you are entitled to that. Tattvamasi, the same Vedas say you are Bhagavan. And we allow some man-made rule to separate us and say that you belong to this community and that community. And that is what the people, the British, use that to their advantage. And up to now, we're still divided. Ekta nahi hai. That's our problem. So we need to study these Vedas. It's there for all of us, Pyare. The Vedas has something to say about you, how you should live. What's your relationship with Bhagavan? And the only way to know is to study the Vedas. And we go to Atharva Ved now. And for Ganesha, we chant the Atharva Shirish. It starts with Om Bhadram Karne Vishranoyama Devaha Bhadram Pashe Makshabirya Jatraha Stirerangai Estoshtavagam Sastanobhihi Vyashema Deva Hitan Yadayuhu. So this is a mantra from the Yajurveda, but it's chanted in the South Indian style. You notice how when you chant it in such a way. So these are some references about Ganeshji. And what we are saying, Bhadram Karanebhi. Oh, Ganeshji, bless me so that I may listen to that which is auspicious. जो लोग निंदा करते हैं मुझे इससे दूर रहना. Those who are doing gossip, bless me so that I stay far from them, Ganesh ji. That's what the mantra is saying. Listen to that which is auspicious. वो हम लोग उल्टा करते हैं. When gossip goes on, everybody wants to add their 2 lines. Isn't that true? I see a lot of people smile. हम सब करते हैं. कभी कभी मैं भी करता हूँ, क्या कहूँ. We are all samsari. We are all traveling the spiritual path there. मैं तो संत नहीं हूँ. We are all only bhaktas of Bhagavan. So listen to that which is auspicious. Bhaddam pashe makshavid yajatraha. Let me see Bhagavan in everyone. Let me not point out the faults of anyone. That's not my job. So we see the good in everyone. Remember, the devil is between me. We don't believe a human being is the devil. It does not sound right. Bhagavan lives in you. Your Atma is Bhagavan. And on the next hand, I'm saying you're the devil. It does not sound right. We all have negative thoughts. Hate, greed, lust, anger. That's the true devil. But what we do unethical things, and it's easy to find a scapegoat and blame someone. The devil made me do it. We blame other people. We don't be responsible when we perform our actions. The devil is within, pyare. That's why we come and we worship him. We offer all our negative qualities. Only he can take them and transform them into positive ones. May we live a life for at least 100 years. But how would we live for Shatamanam Bhavati? How do we live for 100 years with all the faculties intact? Yoga karo. Shakahari khana khao. Puja trikal sandhya karo. समझते हैं ना? For us to live a life for 100 years, we must do yoga. We must do Surya Namaskar. We must eat vegetarian food. और कुछ नहीं कहूँगा. I won't say anything more. Let me repeat it. Eat vegetarian food only for your health, प्यारे. आपके भलाई के लिए मैं कहता हूँ. For your benefit, I'm advising you. So, do yoga, eat shakahari khana, meditate. You will live for over 100 years. Do worship to Bhagavan regularly. Be thankful for whatever you have. You know, our foreparents used, they were simple people. They had so much Shraddha in Bhagavan. They will eat 3 meals only. आजकल कितने बार हम लोग खाते हैं? Mat gino. We eat at least 10 times a day. Our foreparents, they were all lean and healthy people. When our foreparents, Dadaji, Nanaji, when they used to eat, they used to sit on the ground. Just sit like that on the ground. When khana pakate hai, they will sit on the ground and make. 80, 90 years old. Today, the most healthy one than you and I will sit on chairs. When I go for puja, Panditji, can I sit on a chair and do puja? Re bhaiya, if you make it comfortable, please take it. Why we're not doing yoga? We're not doing meditation. So these are some of the things we ought to do to live a dharmic life, pyare. So may Ganesh ji bless all of us, remove all difficulties as far as possible. यहाँ से घड़ी नहीं देख सकता, क्या समय है? Oh, अच्छा, जब प्रसाद तैयार है वो लगाई. Someone please have the bhojan ready, and Devika ji has it, and we have it. So while today is a very special day for our brother Naren and family, his son is celebrating his birthday. How old are you today, beta? 15. Wow. Harshit is celebrating his birthday. We'll hear more about that later on. But please join with me as we sing this bhajan to Ganesh ji, and we ask of him to continue to bless all of us. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. गजानन कर दो बेरा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं. गजान सबको गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं, तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। सबसे पहले तुम्हें मनावे, सब बीच में तुम्हें बुलावे। सबसे पहले तुम्हें मनावे, सभा बीच में तुम्हें बुलावे। गणपति आन पधारो, हम तो गणपति आन पधारो, हम तो तुम्हें बुलाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। आओ पार्वती के लाला, मूषक वाहन सुंद सुंदाला। आओ पार्वती के लाला, मूषक वाहन सुंद सुंदाला। जपे तुम्हारे नाम की माला, जपे तुम्हारे नाम की माला, ध्यान लगाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। उमापति शंकर के प्यारे, तुम भक्तों के काज सवारे। उमापति शंकर के प्यारे, तू भक्तों के काज सवारे। Very important line. बड़े बड़े पापी तारे जो, बड़े बड़े पापी तारे जो शरण में आते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। लड्डू पेड़ा भोग लगावे, पान सुपारी पुष्प चढ़ावे। लड्डू पेड़ा भोग लगावे, पान सुपारी पुष्प चढ़ावे। हाथ जोड़ कर करे वंदना, हाथ जोड़ कर करे वंदना, शीश झुकाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गजानन कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं। सब भक्तों ने तेर लगाए, सबने मिलकर महिमा गाई। सब भक्तों ने तेर लगाई, सबने मिलकर महिमा गाई। रिद्धि सिद्धि संग ले आओ, रिधि सिद्धि संग ले आओ, भोग लगाते हैं गजानन, कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं गजानन, कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं, तुम्हें मनाते हैं, तुम्हें मनाते हैं गजानन, कर दो बेड़ा पार, आज हम तुम्हें मनाते हैं, तुम्हें मनाते हैं, तुम्हें मनाते हैं। गणपति बाप्पा मोरया। रिद्धि सिद्धि संग ले आओ। O Ganesh ji, please bring along with you as we invoke you today, bring prosperity and success to all of us. We need Riddhi Siddhi. So we worship him, we offer all our negative qualities. And as the Murti dissolves in Lake Ontario, this will be this 11th time we are doing now. As a matter of fact, we had bigger murtis the other year. Some devotees have Panditji, aaj ki murti bahut choti hai. So it's hard to get the bigger ones from India sometimes. When they ship it, it's hard. The person we ordered from said he had quite a few broken when they shipped them. But itni murti achhi hai. So as the murti dissolves, may all our pain and suffering go away, all your problems, all your negative. It's a new beginning. So now, the responsibility is upon us. We say to him, Ganesh ji, I have these things that I do not like in my life. I offer to you. Please take it, transform it, and bless me back. But now, when we offer them to Ganesh ji, we have to be diligent in our practices, not to do the things that we offer to him. Samajhte hai na? So, Ganesh ji, I want to be a loving person. So the little hate in my mind, I offer to you. Try your best to be a loving person. It's hard. You try to be nice to your coworker. Oh, suddenly you become so nice. Chhod do. Don't listen to their comments. You try to be nice to your spouse or family members as you go home today. Suddenly you're so nice. Bade bhakt ban gaya. Don't listen to those comments. Remember, your commitment is to Ganesh ji, that you want to transform yourself. So the ball is in our court, so to speak. It can't come from hearing and doesn't come from here. It must come from the heart and the lips at the same time. If not, it becomes lip worship, my friends. We offer to him all of these things and he will change them. But you have to help yourself. You have to try not to do the things that you offer to him, because they're not good for you anyway. So may he transform all of us. So once again, a friendly reminder, if you don't have to go home, kahi mat jana. If you don't have to go home, don't go home today. I guarantee you, you stay today and you worship Ganesh ji, you may not win the lottery, which is generally not good for you. But too much money is not good for you. Kya karenge? Anything too much is not good for us. But I guarantee you, you will increase your bhakti today. You will increase your devotion. And it's a different experience altogether. When you come in, we take the murti outside. And you know, when the murti goes into the water, every year, the whole atmosphere changes into a little sad one. Sad in the sense that we are so happily, we invoke the presence of Ganesh ji for all these days, and we brought the murti with so much faith and devotion. And the murti is going in the water. I see so many, I myself sometimes I can't control my emotion. Kya karu? I see so many bhaktas. What they will do, they will try to hide it. Arey, don't hide your emotion for Bhagwan. Just cry. Because of your love for him, that's why you're crying. So when the murti goes in the water, it's a beautiful experience. And slowly as he disappears in the water, you'll find that the joy that you get in your heart, you can't put it in words. Certain things cannot be explained in words. You have to be there to experience it. I can tell you that, you know what, the laddu next to Ganesh ji, it is the best thing to eat. It has sugar, it has besan, it has honey, it's fried, it has syrup, all of these nice things that are in for you. But you will never know what laddu is until you tasted it. So yeah, na? So to taste, to experience it today, you have to be there outside. You have to be there for the puja. You have to be there dancing for Ganesh, singing to him, and you have to be at the park when he's going away. The experience, you can't put in words. So before we conclude, we'll Harshit, there is your body. I say, beta, please, udhar Ganesh ji ke paas khade ho jao. We have a special little gift for you. He and his father did a lot of seva at the mandir. He would come and vacuum it. Is that quite often? So yahan khade ho jao, beta. Gandhadwaram darsham nityapushtam karishinim Ishwarigam sarvabhutanam. Pandit ji tika lagaएं, हाथ जोड़े होते हैं. Ayushman Bhava, we pray the Ganesh ji bless you with health, wealth and happiness, and this is a special little gift from all your friends and family at the mandir. Bhagavan bless you always, fulfill your desires. Ayushman Bhava, Shri Varit, right hand please. Yena Baddo Balirajatana Vindro Mahabala, Tena Tvam Pratibhadnami, Rakshe Machala. Ayushman Bhava. So, happy birthday on behalf of all your friends and family here. And are you going home or are you staying all at the temple? You should not go home. Go about to Ganesh ji. Gadapati Baba Moraya. So there's lots of Priti Bhoj. What we will do, we'll conclude with Arati, and then we'll have Priti Bhoj, and I need somebody strong men, somebody strong guys, some strong girls too. We have a tent, we'll install a tent outside. If you notice, I put some reserve sign there. Did someone move my reserve sign and park there? Avinash, is that you? You're in trouble, my little brother. So what we'll do, we'll take the tents right at the side here, we'll install it. We need the all of us, but what we do, you eat first. We'll get some strength, and we'll put all the chairs nicely outside. Then we'll take Ganesh ji and we'll sing for the rest of the day. Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namaha Sakaladhanaihi Suvarchitam Yete Sahasramayutam Pasha Mrityo Martyaya Hantave. Also, we're having our Diwali dinner on the 18th of November, and just like the past times we had it, it's an opportunity for us to raise some funds. We need to. Jyoti Pandit ji ne kaha, Thursday coming is Purnima. Every Purnima there's a Puja and Katha. Then Pitri Paksh starts, and on Amavasya we usually do Tarpan for all bhaktas. So come for Purnima Puja. Make sure you do Tilanjali for your ancestors. Those who have no tithi of the passing of your grandparents and parents, come on Amavasya day, which will be the 14th of October. Then Navratri starts on the 15th. The 14th of October, we will come and we will do Tarpan. It will be done outside. Tarpan mandir mein karna mana hai. Tarpan cannot be performed. I know some temples do it, but ye kuch bhi nahi jante. Tarpan ought to be done not in mandir. So remember Pitru Paksh, give reference to your ancestors. All of us will come on Amavasya the 14th in the evening, and we'll do Tarpan outside. Also, as I was saying, on the 18th of November, we're having a Diwali dinner, and the purpose of this is to raise some funds so that we can have a Bhavya Divya Mandir for Hanumanji, a divine and splendid Mandir for dear Hanumanji, a standalone building. That's the goal. And again, the example I'll give you is just like how Hanumanji and all the Bhalu and all the bhaktas of Sri Ram and the Vandars brought one little rock and built that bridge to Lanka. Hum sab ek paise jod kar mandir banayenge. All of us, our little wealth, how much we afford, we'll put them together. And you know how cheap for two, you know how, I'm just being sarcastic now, you know how cheap is for 2 acre lands? Only $4 million. I'm being sarcastic. When it will happen, how will it happen? With Hanumanji's blessings and your support. We need to have a place of worship. So when we're gone, hum log dhire dhire ja rahe hain. We can leave it for the young family, the young Hindus in this committee, so they'll be proud that they have a place of worship when we're gone. So that's the goal. So we have some tickets on sale. Please see if you can sell a few tickets or buy a table for your family and friends. There'll be a cultural show. There'll be dinner. And you're supporting the worthy cause so that we can have this mandir for Hanumanji. Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Ganapati Baba Moria. So what we will do, Pyare, we will put 2 aartis by Ganesh ji, and please listen everyone. I kindly ask everyone to please follow the instructions so things will be organized, right? So we'll do 2 aartis there. You do aarti and pass it to the person behind you, please. Do not move those aarti and come here, please. I repeat, please do not move those 2 aartis and come here. You do aarti, there will be a line there behind you, you give it to the other person. And when you come here, you take from that table, pass it to the other person behind you. This way, we are organized and we know how things are going. Garbad nahi hoga, na? There will be no confusion. Everyone, please stand. Aye, aarti karenge. Om Jai Jagdish Hare. Aye. Swami Jai Jagdish Hare. भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, शरण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। लाइन बनाइए, सबको लाइन में आ जाइए। Everyone come in the line, please. Don't cut the line. Everyone come in the line, please. जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे पल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का। स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी। स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा। आस करूँ मैं जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी। स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता। स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं मूरख खल कामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी। कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति। स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलूं दया में, किस विध मिलूं दया में। तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे। स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ,
अपने शरण लगाओ,
द्वार पर में तेरे,
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा।
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ,
श्रद्धा प्रेम लगाओ,
संतन की सेवा,
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तन मन धन सब है तेरा,
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा,
तेरा तुझको अर्पण,
तेरा तुझको अर्पण,
क्या लागे मेरा,
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे,
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे,
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव, माता जग पार्वती
पिता महादेव,
बोलो
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेव।
लड्डुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा,
लड्डुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा,
लड्डुवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश
जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा,
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय
गणेश देवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी,
एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी,
माथे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी,
माथे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी।
दुखियों के दुख हरत परमानंद देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा।
माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
अंधन को आँख देत कोड़ियन को काया,
अंधन को आँख देत कोरियन को काया,
बांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया,
बांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया।
भाव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश देवा, माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेव।
जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको,
जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको।
छोर तुझे और भला ध्याऊं मैं किसको,
छोर तुझे और भला ध्याऊं मैं किसको।
हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा।
माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेव।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश
जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
सीताराम राम राम 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 सीताराम हनुमान सीताराम हनुमान सीताराम राम राम हनुमान 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 हनुमान। कृपा करके हाथ जोड़िए। Everyone, especially children, place your hands nicely just like at your chest like that. सबको हाथ जोड़िए और शांत रहिए प्लीज। ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धो च सखा त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिः अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिः आपः शान्ति औषधय वनस्पतय विश्वदेव ब्रह्मा सर्वगं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गणपति बाबा रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। जगदम्बे मैया की जय। हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। सनातन धर्म की जय। सबको राम राम। Aarati is coming around. Please take Aarati, take Prasad, have something to eat. Please do not go anywhere. We'll conclude till at 6 p.m. this afternoon. Aarati, aja beta. Amar ko Aarati beta.